Hi, I wondered how many of you are interested in helping your dyslexic child with math. What I'm going to show you today is going to be for children without dyslexia, but we know that dyslexic children have a tendency to reverse their letters and not understand how to put words together. But what about math? The word problems kids are learning today is confusing enough. And we have something called dyscalculia, where dyslexic children just can't even they get numbers out of order, numbers are reversed. But I want to teach you some very strategic steps to helping children today with time. So what I wanted to share is start off with asking your child to say the multiplication tables. And I'm tutoring a student right now who can, do 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, and go on. And he said into infinity. And he's this student is an 8th grader. He can also do 3, 6, 9, 12, up to a certain point. So I make a note as to how far they can go. And then let me show you, I'm going to share my screen because I want to show you how to get started. So with the multiplications, I'm going to say Joey can go, he could count by 2s, unlimited. He can count by 3s up to unlimited. He doesn't know the 4s. He can do the 5s, unlimited. He can do, he has trouble with 6s, trouble with 7s, trouble with 8s and 9s. So this is what we want to work on. But what I want to show you today is how to take the 5s to another level. I'm going to show you what our final outcome is going to be, is this clock. Because the students, the children are so used to the digital, they don't know analog and they don't understand analog. And this is my students. He just loved this activity. 8th grader, he recommended it for other kids. So I'm very pleased with that. So I've run out of paper plates. So I happen to have one of these plastic plates for this video today. And I'm going to share how we get started. So let's have our student count by, let's just number, first we're going to just number the clock. We know the clock starts with 12, right? Then we have 3. And we have 6, and over to the right, we have 9. So we're going to ask the student to go ahead and number in between. We'll have 1 here, 2, 3, 4, 5. I'm going to enlarge my screen here so I can give you a better view also. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and 11. Now, depending on the size of your plate, notice on this one, I actually put it on the inside. That probably would have been better to do, but anyway. Okay, so what I wanted to show the student was this is how we count by 5s. Clocks are read by 5s. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45, 50, 55, and we have 60. Which he might recognize 60 minutes. I don't even know if that shows on anymore, but 60 minutes. So when we say it's 15 minutes after the hour, we're talking about a line here. When we're talking about 20 minutes after the hour, the hands on the clock will turn and turn. 30 minutes after the hour is down at the bottom, and it faces the 6, which is why we say it's whatever hour 30. So I show my student, maybe I'll do I don't have any little small markers, but the hour hand is going to face to the 12. The hour hand is going to face to the 12. The minute hand is what rotates, and it's a little bit longer, and it's going to rotate this way. We call this clockwise, and it rotates every minute, every second, every minute. So if this was a paper plate like this, you could actually put brads in here, and you could actually use a smaller plate inside. I have a couple different sizes, but in the past I've used brads, and I've put the hour hand and the minute hand there. But so this is one lesson where you're teaching a student that a clock counts by fives. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45, 50, 55, 60. That takes out so much of the guesswork for the student. And the next time we meet, I'm going to have him fill in the minute points. So the minute, so there's going to be 4 minutes in between, because the 5th minute is the product of 5. So this would be 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. Now this, it's not proportional, and we are human, so we will do the, whatever. 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30. So have your student do that and use different colors, because this is the multisensory approach that's going to help him learn. And there's 4 lines, because the 5th line is the minute, by the 5. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. And there we go. So another thing I want to teach is that, let's get my ruler, that opposite of the 12 is the 6. And so you could even put a dotted line. Opposite of the 12 is the 6. Opposite of the 9 is the 3. Well, look at this. 4 parts. Isn't it interesting that we have 4 parts? When you have 4 pieces of a pie, we call it a quarter, right? So this would be 1/4. This is a quarter. This is a quarter. And this is a quarter. 4 quarters is 1. So what is really a revelation to these kids is that when you talk about money, a quarter is 25 cents. When you talk about time, a quarter is 15. So is that a revelation? So we say it's a quarter past, say we have the hour is at 1. It's a quarter past 1. That means it's 15 minutes past 1. Here's my hour hand, 15 minutes past 1. If we say it's a quarter to 2, then you have to go to this side, because it's a quarter to the hour. We also say half past, which is whatever hour it's on. If it's 1, half past 1 is 1:30. Half past 2, half past means 30. Okay, so that was a cool revelation for the students. And the final revelation I want to give is talking about military time. And this is amazing for the middle school and high schoolers to learn, because, oh, I'm so sorry, I can't get everything in there. What's interesting is you'll see this in movies. You'll see military time. So military time counts on a 24-hour clock. So when you have the numbers 1 o'clock, 2 o'clock, 3 o'clock, all the way up to 12 o'clock, it's going to, or 11:59, it's going to be a.m. When you start getting into the afternoon, they're going to call it 13 o'clock, 14 o'clock, 15 o'clock, 16 o'clock, 17 o'clock, 18 o'clock, 19 o'clock, 20 o'clock, 21 o'clock, 22 o'clock, 23 o'clock, and 24 o'clock. So if it's 15 o'clock, have your student subtract 12 from 15. It's going to be 3 in the afternoon. If it's 17 o'clock, have your child subtract 12 from 17 and you have 5, but it's going to be p.m. So that's a real short message on how to use the clock. And I'm going to unshare my, stop my share. So you want to tie in your math problems to real life situations. One real life situation is talking to your child what time they wake up in the morning. Well, I wake up at 8 o'clock. How long does it take you to eat your breakfast and get dressed? It takes me 1/2 hour. So if you wake up at 8 o'clock, what time is it when you're finished with eating and getting dressed? So 1/2 hour, 30 minutes. So it would be 8:30. So think of some real life stories in your child of going to school, riding their bike, a friend coming over, a friend staying for dinner. How long is dinner? A birthday party. How long do you want to play games? How long do you want to open presents, and then food, and tie in some of these real life situations into math. It's going to make math fun, and having a clock like this is going to be a lot of fun that you can take out and share with them and let them move their hands, and go ahead and put a marker for the hour hand and a longer marker for the minute hand. You can get popsicle sticks and just move them around. And you could, like I said, use brads and put them into paper plates. But I'd love some of you to share with me what you do with your children with this video. Thanks for tuning in. And you can find me at dyslexia-solutions.com. I have an amazing reading program that I'm selling to teach dyslexic children to read, and we use music. And you can find that on my website as well, under the services we provide. Bye-bye now.